Hi, this video is going to reference the Nouns chapter or chapter 4. We're going to talk about some of the classes of nouns, how to make nouns plural, and then some of the special and challenging nouns. Nouns have 4 classes. The first 2 are concrete and abstract nouns. Concrete nouns are things that you can touch, feel, see. And abstract nouns are things that you can't touch, feel, or see, such as loyalty, ethics. The other 2 are common nouns and proper nouns. Common nouns are just simple things that are nouns. They give the example here of roller coaster, dog, and printer. Proper nouns are names. So your name and my name are both proper nouns, and then you'll notice that the Giant Dipper, the German Shepherd, Hewlett-Packard, those are all proper nouns. Most of the time when we're going to make a noun plural, we're going to add an S or an ES at the end of the regular noun or the singular noun. You'll notice down here we can add an S to office, make it offices, manager. We add an S at the end to make it managers. When you want to pluralize nouns that end in S, A, X, Z, CH, or SH, you need to add an ES to the end. And some examples here. Notice that there's always an exception to the rule. Quiz, you have to add another Z and then the ES. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. Okay, nouns that aren't made plural in the regular way are called irregular nouns. And irregular nouns require more action than just adding an S or an ES. Notice here that man, to make it plural, is men. Foot is feet, mouse is mice, and child is children. These are the plural forms. Remember from chapter 1, irregular forms of plural nouns are shown in the dictionary, but regular ones are not. And you can see why, because there's no set rule to follow. Okay, how would you make these nouns plural? House, it's going to be houses. Wish is going to be wishes. It has that SH sound. Taxes, taxes, has that X sound. Workman, we make the men part, the irregular noun men. Okay, coin, it's going to be coins. Virus, there's that S sound, so we'd add an ES. Mouse, okay, here's an irregular one. We don't put an S on the end here and make them mouses, we make them mice. Woman would be women. Business, we'd add an ES at the end because it has that S sound on the end. And then quiz, remember that was the one that doesn't follow the rule quite the way the rest of them do. And we make that quizzes by adding another Z. Okay, here's some challenging noun plurals. When you have nouns ending in Y, and there's a vowel preceding it or before it, you add S only. So if you can remember this rule, you won't mess these ones up. These all have a vowel before the Y. So we're going to simply add an S at the end. When the Y has a consonant before it, we're going to change the Y to IES. So baby has a consonant before the Y, so we make it babies. The same way with these. Company has an N, the N's before the Y, so that's a consonant. So we're going to make a consonant, companies. Luxury, the R is a consonant. And then secretary. Alright, nouns ending in F or FE. There's no rule that is followed or standard rule. So if you're not sure, you might want to look these up in your dictionary. On some of these words that end in F, you could simply add an S at the end, but as you'll see over here, knife, shelf, and wife, I'll have you put a VES at the end. Okay, nouns ending in O. Um, if the O has a vowel before it, you just add an S. You notice here studio, studios, curio, curios. Okay, when the noun has a consonant, or when the when the O has a consonant before it, there's no standard rule. So, for instance, these, auto and solo, you simply add the S. But then when you get over here to potato and veto, we have to add an ES. Again, if you're not sure, look in your dictionary. Okay, musical terms are ending in O are always made plural by adding S, so that's an easy one to remember. Okay, when we get to proper nouns and surnames, most of them are made plural by adding S. When the word the is before the surname, the name is always plural. Okay, so we have Avila and then the Avilas. That means there's more than one Avila. So there's plural Avilas. Kennedy. If you put a the before it, it makes it the Kennedys, which there's more than one Kennedy. Guppy, the Guppies. Miller, the Millers. And Petty, the Pettys. And whatever that is, Pagano, the Paganos. Okay? Proper nouns ending in S, X, Z, CH, or SH are made plural by adding ES. So it's the same rule as the regular nouns, except if you put the in front of the surname, that means that you're kind of talking about a family. So you're talking about more than one of them. So Bush becomes the Bushes, Sanchez becomes the Sanchezes, and so on. And this is going to come into play in the next chapter when we talk about making nouns possessive. Okay, compound nouns. If they're written as a single word, you make the final element plural. So bookshelf is actually two words, but they're together in this instance. So we would make the final part shelf the plural part. Same with workman. Man is at the end, so we would make it that second part plural. Okay, now if the compound noun is hyphenated or is written as separate words, or also known as open form, you're going to make the principal word plural. So if we have mother-in-law, mother is the principal word because we're talking about a mother, and then this is the kind of mother she is. So we would pluralize the primary word mothers. Okay, runner-up, runner is the primary word, so we would pluralize that. And then editor-in-chief, editor is the primary noun, so we're going to make it plural. When we get to numerals, alphabet letters, isolated words, and degrees, you typically only add an S. Some writers will put apostrophe S for clarity, so that's okay, but while we're in this book, if you do this, if you add an apostrophe S up here to any of these types of words, it's going to count you wrong. So follow the rule for these. You just add the S at the end. Now, there's some letters that you can't do that with. If you have the isolated lowercase letters and capital letters A, I, M, and U, you need an apostrophe S for clarity. Why? Well, if I just put an S after the A, I'm going to have the word as, or I'm going to have the word is, or Ms, or us. So in these cases, I need to add an apostrophe S for clarity. Notice down here, dot your I's and cross your T's. These are isolated lowercase letters. If I didn't put that apostrophe in, it would look like the word is, and this one here would just look like a misspelled word. Okay, and then when you get to abbreviations, you just usually add the S to the singular form. Now, if there's an exception, if you're not sure, just look it up in the dictionary. Okay, let's try this. How would you make the following words plural? How about copy? What's the rule? There's a consonant before the Y, so we add the IES. How about CPA? We just simply add an S at the end because we know what this is. We don't have to worry about putting an apostrophe here. Sunday, there's a vowel before the Y, so we just put an S at the end. This number 2000, we just put an S at the end. Knives, okay, P and Q, we would simply put P's and Q's, but we would want to put the apostrophes because otherwise this is going to look like PS. Okay, editor in chief. Editor is the primary noun, so we would make it editors in chief. And then attorney general. Attorney is the primary noun, so we would make it attorneys general. Very good. I know you got them all right.